Hello and welcome to this collage making moment. I was super inspired by this beautiful golden sun that was on this pack of incense that I got, and I just thought it was so pretty, and it reminded me of this watercolor page that I did with my son. My son, hey. I didn't even think about that until now. But so yeah, it just has some very sunshiny energy. Like we were playing with watercolors, and I felt like this golden sun would just go so well with it. And so I just ripped it off and went out to the van and just went for it. Yeah, so I just was sorting through everything I got. I decided to leave in the sounds. I was considering making this like an ASMR video, but I don't know if it technically would be ASMR. I don't know if people would be getting chills and stuff listening to this. Just paper wrestling and scissors cutting and stuff. But I just really enjoy that sound. And there was a lot of it in this video. So I'm just leaving it kind of in the background behind my talking. And that way everyone can get a little bit of ASMR and a little bit of voiceover. Because I did ask my community, what do you want? And it was split. Everybody wanted both. Or it was split 50-50. So those stickers that I have right there in my hand, oh my gosh, so pretty. Look at them. Ah! I forgot the name of the place that I ordered them. It was some online place. And there's just so many dreamy, beautiful stickers on their website. I'll put a link down in the description for where I got them, because I'm sure all of my artsy homies who are watching this are gonna be like, oh my gosh, those stickers. Where are they from? I got that scrapbook paper from them too. They don't just do stickers, they do all sorts of fun papers and stuff. So any sort of scrapbooking stuff they have on their website. Like that purple dreams thing right there. That I picked up right there. It's they just have so much magical stuff on their website. I really love it. I could spend all day scrolling through that website. Just art supplies. It's my favorite thing ever to shop for is art supplies. I feel so inspired and excited about it all. So my little family has been living in a van for a while. Well, we actually had an RV first for almost a year. And then we were like, this is way too big. Too much. We like to be a little more mobile. So we switched and downsized to a little van, which is what I am recording this in right now. I got my little pop-up table in there, and I just put my phone I have this fabric kind of hanging on the ceiling that I use to cover the lights, because the lights on the ceiling are really intense white lights, and they're just way too bright and crazy. So I just stuck my phone in the fabric, so it's kind of hanging halfway in the fabric, and then just the camera part is sticking out above my little table. And then it totally did the trick perfectly. But yeah, then we were in a van for a while. We've been in the van for almost a year now, so that's just about 2 years. Just it was just me and my beloved and our kiddo, and then we got a dog last summer. So now it's plus the dog, and I really love van life. There's so many like pros. There's pros and cons to every way of life, but like there's so many good things to say about it. But I think that we're definitely transitioning towards like living in a house again, and definitely still embracing like van moments, but maybe not like an entire lifestyle around it. I think that if it were just me, well, I know for a fact that when it was just me, I was totally like, I was able to live like full time in a vehicle, and it wasn't like, you know, it just, there was no hindrances really. But I think having like a whole family and like a kid and trying to balance life like that is just kind of hard to do in a little van, and not staying in one place means not having like super consistent community. Like we'll have like community here and there, but then like everyone's traveling, so like they'll eventually leave or will eventually leave, and I really want my little one to have like people who are consistent in his life, and I know he needs that and we need that. And I also notice like my art making slows down a lot when I'm on the road, and it just is one of the things that like my heart feels so called to. I like just have so much joy when I'm creating and like being artsy and stuff. And it just doesn't feel as accessible when I'm living in a van with like a whole family and a toddler, you know? Limited space. There's so many, I could say so much about this, but so we're kind of transitioning into a house, which is like really exciting and fun, and I'm looking forward to where we land. It's like this feeling of like the unknown, and it can be scary if that's how you look at it, but I mostly just feel like there's so much like excitement and potential happening in me about it. And I'm totally a homebody, and I love community, and yeah, I have a very strong community um back home. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to just landing and being grounded. It's gonna be good. We're currently we're in like northern Arizona, but we will be leaving next week and going out to Connecticut and New York. There's like a baby shower that we're going to, and then we're gonna throw like a little birthday party for our son who's turning 2. Oh my gosh, so exciting. He's such a beautiful human. I can't wait to celebrate his life. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and the weather will be really nice out there. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some rain and stuff, because Arizona summers, when you're living, you know, mostly outside, is a bit of a challenge. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Um, and then after we're done there, we'll come back to Arizona and ground on in. And I'm just, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. I think it's been good. It's been a good run, but we just need a balance, you know? Like, I think, I think like full-time van life is just not it for us right now in in this phase of life. And I think that having a home will be a really good way to balance that, like a home base, and then like when we're like, okay, we're getting stir crazy, it's been too long inside a house, then we can just go. And because we still have the van, we could just go and take like trips. We could go for a month if we want to, and like we have everything we need in the van. But then just that feeling of knowing like, oh, okay, like when I feel like I need to like go be more grounded, I like have a place to go to, and I can like have that sense of like going home. um then that will just feel a lot more sustainable and just balanced in general for me and for us. So, yep. I did not realize until right now watching this video that I was totally lining up all of those little pieces of paper on top of that brown piece, but it's like hanging off the edge of the whole book. Like I didn't cut the edge of it, and that's pretty funny. Just so in the moment with it. Like, look at that. I literally put it all the way to the edge. Like, it does not line up with the end of the paper on the book at all. It just hangs right off, and I didn't even notice. But I actually did not end up keeping it like this at all. It ends up changing a lot because I discovered that my glue stick had dried out, so I couldn't glue down all of these pieces. Look at me, all so excited. I'm like, yeah, that's it, with my hands. Only to find out, look at this glue stick. Ready? Oh man. Oh man, indeed. Trash. That's okay. I'm an artist. I'll figure it out, right? That's the way we do it. I'm gonna get some tape. I'm gonna tape it all down. But the little pieces can't really. I don't like having the tape like on top. So if you'll see, I'm folding it into a little loop and I put it on the back of the pieces because I don't want to see the tape. I don't like the. For one, I don't like that can't draw on top of it. Like it's just like too smooth, and so the marker just like wipes right off or whatever. Pretty much anything. You really can't like write on this tape. But also just like, I don't know, just the shininess of it. I'm not into it. But that's, this is one of the things that I love so much about art is it's such a process and it's all about the process. It's like I love watching it happen and seeing how I have like certain ideas that I form in the beginning, but as I'm creating, things can change that I will never expect. Like, I did not expect my glue stick to be dry. I should have, because I left it sitting in a hot car in the Arizona summer. So, of course, it dried out. But I did not have that in my mind. I did not think that that would be the case. And so, this piece just turns out totally different, and I couldn't really plan for that. And that's kind of how life goes, isn't it? Right? So, I think it's cool to practice handling situations in a fun and safe environment like collage making. So now in the future, when my metaphorical glue sticks dry out in life, I will be able to address my collage with another tool and be like, you know what? If I can handle my glue stick running dry, I can handle this life situation. I'm just gonna make something beautiful anyway. We're gonna see what we can do, we're gonna see what we got, and we're just gonna do it because we're having fun and that's what we're doing. Yeah. Feels like we're hanging out. This is so nice. I feel like I have like a friend I'm chatting with. I mean, I do have friends that I chat with, but this is just cool. I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of friends all at once, and it's fun. I hope you guys are having fun. Please let me know if this is fun for you. That's it's fun for me. That's the number one most important thing. I'm doing this because I'm having fun. But I hope you're having fun too. I hope I can make new friends. I wanna have more art friends. So if you like making art and you wanna send art to each other for fun, let's freaking do it. Let's do it. Send me a message or a comment and just be like, let's send art to each other. Let's be art friends. Let's share resources. You send me this cool website, I'll send you this cool art supply. Whatever it is. I've really been loving like layering lately. I'm realizing that like it really just adds so much dimension to things in art is like layers. Oof. Like I was just designing some greeting cards on my iPad, and I did like 3 or 4 layers of like floral stuff, and it just, I don't know, it's like a whole new dimension. Same thing with paintings. I mean, that's already been the case for me with painting, but I think like the digital realm has just kind of, I'm still getting to know digital. But like we just have to take a moment to appreciate layers, man, because they do a lot of good for art. If you're an artist and you haven't experimented with like layering things, I would definitely recommend it. I feel like it can just take you to different worlds in your artwork. Okay, so I'm like laying out new ideas and whatnot because like I don't think I completed that thought about the tape, but I don't want to tape all those really thin pieces of paper because like doing the little rolly thing on the back of it, like rolling the tape, you know what I'm saying? Making it like a little loop to tape it down on the back is just, it's not an easy thing to do like small scale. So with the little ones I would have to just put the tape right on top, and I just don't want the tape on top. So I had to just pull out my other supplies, and I honestly like, I really enjoy the way that ended up looking and the way that it turned out at the end, like a lot more than what I had originally planned out. So that's another fun thing about art is like sometimes like you just, when you trust the process, you realize that like it actually will turn out even better than you could have imagined yourself. And I feel like a lot of that is like up to Great Spirit, and I think I owe a lot of that. I mean, I think the whole process like of creation literally is Great Spirit. I mean, people say like God is the creator and like creation, you know, that's like the whole thing. And this is like definitely a spiritual practice for me because I'm not thinking, I'm not in my mind. I'm just so present, and I'm like just experiencing and like witnessing something happen and unfold like through me. You know, like I did not think I was going to be doing this part, cutting out this palette. I just liked the colors and I liked the textures, and I was like, I just want to look at this. I'm enjoying this thing. I don't see it being on my collage, but I just want to look at it and feel it. I like how thick it is. I like the globs of color that are dried onto it. Did not think I would be cutting it out and putting it into the sketchbook, but then my glue stick dried out. Couldn't plan for that. And then I was like, I have this space, and you know what? This thing actually matches the colors really well, so I'm going to throw it in. Could not have planned that, and I think that that is Great Spirit, like, working through me, and I think that that's exactly how we should approach life. Is like when things don't go as planned, just be like, okay, that's fine. I trust that I will be guided by God. And I'm going to just see what's around, see what feels good, like, see what works and makes sense and, like, flows with what's happening. And then just, like, follow that. Because, like, yeah, Great Spirit knows. Great Spirit can see everything from, like, a much grander perspective than we can. And I'm just, like, this little piece of everything. I'm just, like, a little tiny piece, and I have this little tiny perspective. And, yeah, just, like, letting go and allowing myself to be a channel and allowing, you know, that source energy to flow through me, and express through me and create through me is so dang beautiful and gratifying because there's no pressure. My mind is turned off. I'm just like, I mean, I feel like this is like the most wholesome form of social media, I guess, is like literally just being creative. Like, it's entertainment. It's entertaining because I just watch this cool thing happen, and it's like hitting all the dopamine centers because there's like this beautiful thing that comes out of it that I get to enjoy for like a long time. And also like the experience of like learning to lean in and trust the guidance that I'm being given. It's like a cool life skill to have that, as I've said before, can be translated into like the more grand moments in life. Just getting real deep here. I try not to, but like, why try not to? This moment, this me talking, is Great Spirit talking through me as well, and I just have to allow that and trust it. But sometimes I'm like, oh, it's not that serious. It's just art making. But it's like, dude, but it's like why we're here. Like, we're here to just like experience creation, right? And to just like revel in the glory and beauty of everything and learn through living. And this is it. This is my favorite way to do that. It's the most gentle, pretty, fun way to do it. Anyway. Yeah. So that sticker is Sagittarius, and I used to identify with Sagittarius a lot, and I still do. I totally vibe with that, and I don't know, okay, so this is like a really interesting, fun topic. So there is the mainstream follows astrology that is very structured. So it is like, if you look at astrology like that we use, like every sign is exactly a month, and it's every year, it's exactly the same days, and it's mapped out like from the perspective of the sun rather than from the earth. So like, for example, if your chart says the moon is in Taurus, it doesn't actually, like if you're standing on earth looking at the moon, it's not actually in Taurus. What it's saying is that from the sun's perspective, the moon is in Taurus. So if you were standing on the sun and you looked at the moon and the moon was in Taurus, then that's what it's saying. But I feel like, I don't know, I just resonate more with it being like from the earth. Like as if if I'm just standing right here on the earth and I look up at the moon, like what constellation is it in from here? And so there's this whole other like system of astrology and way of charting your way of like doing your chart and stuff that's basically like from that perspective, like from the earth's perspective, and it's a lot less structured. So for example, like I said, like each sign in the mainstream astrology is like the same number of days, like they're all like exactly a month long, and every year they're the same days. In this other form of charting your astrology, which is called 13 sign astrology, they are actually all different lengths because the constellations themselves are different sizes. So, for example, like Virgo is one of the biggest constellations, one of the biggest astrological constellations. And so, if you think about it, like it's gonna take the moon like a longer time to move through a larger constellation, whereas like Scorpio is a lot smaller. It's a very small constellation, so the moon is not gonna be in Scorpio as long as it will be in Virgo. And so like Scorpio I think is only like 7 days long in 13 sign astrology. And because everything in the universe is moving and changing all the time, it's like it's not going to be exactly the same over the years. Like in 2000 years from now, everything, like, it's gonna shift a little bit. Even if it's just like by like, I don't know, like a couple days or even like a week or two. Like that's still significant, and the form of astrology that like mainstream media follows, the regular 12 sign astrology, has been the same since it was created. And but like everything is moving and we're always, it's just all moving all the time. We're always moving. And so how could it possibly be the exact same all the time every year? It just doesn't make sense to me. So, and then also the 13th sign is called Ophiuchus or Ophiuchus. I think Ophiuchus is how you say it. But that's kind of like in between, it's in between Scorpio and Sagittarius, and it's like this divine feminine being, and the element is ether, which I think is really cool because all of the other signs are like earthly elements like water, fire, earth, or air. So this is the one sign that's like the ether, and she's the divine feminine, basically. She's the herbalist and the witchy woman, and just like super badass, honestly. And I think it's like really symbolic that that's been removed from the collective's awareness. Um, because we've just been, now I'm getting kind of a little woo woo maybe, but bear with me. Hey, if it's for you, it's for you, and if it's not, then that's okay. I'll find my people by being real, man. But essentially, we're in like a very like male dominant culture, and there are theories that Ophiuchus was intentionally removed from the collective's awareness, and that they structured 12 sign astrology without her to basically quiet the divine feminine, or to like keep her hidden, so that the masculine or the man could prevail more by keeping the woman out of touch with that divine feminine energy. And now, of course, I mean, it's so symbolic, right? Like, right now, there's like such a feminine uprising in the world. It's like undeniable. I mean, like, feminism is becoming a thing, and like in the spiritual community, just like divine feminine is just becoming way more prominent and way more of like a focus. And women are just really stepping into themselves. And yeah, like I said, I think that that's totally symbolic, that now we're becoming aware of Ophiuchus as well. And she is being honored and witnessed and felt and appreciated and everything. So, just a perspective. I would love to hear thoughts too. Like, let's chat about it. But, like, with love, of course. I'm not here to, like, shame anybody. And I still totally love and vibe with my chart from, like, the traditional or, like, the mainstream, like, 12 sign astrology, you know, which I'm a Sagittarius in that. But, and I really love the perspective that my beloved shares, which is that like the 12 sign astrology is like it's like the sun sign chart. And then your 13 sign astrology is like your moon sign chart. So it's like, you know, your external, your like in the world, your worldly self would be like the common mainstream 12 sign. And then like your deeper self, your feminine self, your internal self, your moon self would be your 13 sign astrology, because it's a little bit more accurate to like what's truly happening in the sky as you're born from Earth onto Earth. Pretty interesting. Okay, so I had finished this sketchbook thing, and I put it aside, and I had used that like paint pen, and it totally exploded. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use it to make some bookmarks, and so I did. Which I was planning on making some bookmarks anyway, because Um, we need some more bookmarks in the world. Why not? So this one's pretty. Om Shanti, if you don't know, that means peace. Shanti is peace. And then Om is just like basically like a word that represents the vibration of the universe, the entire universe. Okay, so everything is vibrating, right? All things are vibrating, like atoms. Like your table exists because it's a bunch of atoms that are vibrating together at a certain rate that creates a table right in front of you. That's why it's hard, right? The whole universe, everything in the whole universe is vibrating, and the sound of that vibration, right? Because vibration is sound, sound is vibration. Is Om. The universe sounds like Om. So universal peace, baby. Universe. We love peace. Hare Krishna. It's so funny. Like, there's a song. I totally spilled more paint. Would you look at that?
Man.
Fun art things. See, and we just embrace it. You know what we do? We just look at it, appreciate it, pour it off, wipe it, and accept it. And we're like, you know what? It's still beautiful. But yeah, there's like somebody, what's his name? Londrell. Londrell has a couple songs that are like chanting Hare Krishna chant, and dude, our kid like loves it, and anytime he wants us to play music, he'll just say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, and he'll just like sing it. It's super cute. I don't really like I don't know. I don't really like adopt any particular religious views or like gurus or anything, but I just felt like writing it on there. But I'm not really like super into it or whatever, but I do appreciate it. The song is like banging. If you want to look it up, it's by Londrell. He has a couple of them and they're all really good. Like it's just like bumping music and like almost like rap, but then it's like chanting. It's really cool. So if that's your kind of digs, then check it out. Yep. So I, in other moments, I would totally like send these bookmarks to my patrons. However, my beloved like recently lost one of his favorite bookmarks and was just really bummed because he got some new books recently and wanted to use his favorite bookmark and couldn't find it. And so I was originally like, I'm gonna send these to my patrons, but then that happened and I was like, oh, I'm gonna actually give one to him and then I'll just keep the other one. But yeah, there's the completed sketchbook and the bookmarks, and thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. Please consider supporting me on Patreon. I'll send you stuff and you get to see a sneak peek of things. You get to watch all my videos early. I have yoga on there too, so if art's not your thing but you want all of my exclusive yoga content, then you can go there for that too. Hit me up on Instagram at Sophia Ilona for my art page or at Sophia Awakened for my yoga page. But you're here for the art, so just hit up the art one. Yeah, I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful day. I will see you next time. Yay!